Hi, today at Tollgate we're going to investigate the parts of an egg. How does an egg help a chicken make more chickens? Materials you'll need today: a chicken egg, brown or white, a bowl. I like to have nearby paper towel or a second bowl. Optional but helpful, a toothpick any size, and a magnifying lens. What is the function of an egg? What does a growing chick need to survive inside the egg? What are the parts of an egg and what purpose do they serve? So today we're going to look closely at an egg. You can see with your eyes the bumpy, grainy texture of the shell. If you have a magnifying lens, you can even see tiny holes or pores in the shell. There are up to 7,000 that allow air and moisture to pass through. Before an egg is washed, there's something called a bloom that helps keep bacteria and dust from entering the egg. But once that egg is washed, it needs to be refrigerated because the bloom is then gone. First step is to carefully tap your egg's hard shell against the table to gently crack it. Just try not to crack it all the way, but very gently. Then what we like to do at the farm is to use our fingers and try to peel off sections of the egg shell without disturbing the membrane. We sometimes have contests to see how far we can get before the membrane breaks, but don't worry, the membrane will break. Once it does tear, you're going to open the egg and have it, the contents go into your bowl. We'll see the membrane inside the eggshell is very thin, yet surprisingly strong and flexible, like our skin. The membrane's made of keratin, a protein that's also in human hair. So we could even remove a piece of the membrane with our fingers and put a piece of it on our paper towel. Set that there. Great. So now, if we look inside the eggshells, one end, usually the larger end of the eggshell, has a little air bubble. We call that the air cell. You can even press the air cell with your finger. You'll feel the air bubble. Then you can set that on your paper towel or in your second bowl. So now let's look at the bowl with the egg in it. We see the yolk and the albumin. There's the yolk. And here's the albumin. It's clear, but there's two different types of albumin, and you can see them here. There's the thick albumin and the thinner albumin. What does it look like? How does the color or the consistency change? Next, we're going to notice the chelatinae. These are the two twisted white strands. They're either under the yolk or they're extending from either end. I see them here, one here and one here. See if you can remove a chelatinae without hurting the egg, or even pull it out a little bit. It's like twisted strands of protein. There we go. So you can place that on your paper towel if you'd like. Those chelatinae are most visible when the egg is fresh. So let's go back over what we've seen. We've seen the eggshell. We've seen the inner membrane. We've seen the air cell. We've seen the albumin thick and the albumin thin. And now we're looking at the yolk. The yolk would be food for a baby chick. Let's see if we can see a white dot on the yolk. See it here. Sometimes this is when I use my magnifying lens. That's called the germinal disc. This is where the baby chick would start to grow if the egg is fertilized. But 3 other conditions need to be met by either the mother hen or an incubator. First, the egg would need to be kept warm, right around 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Second, the egg would need to be kept within a certain range of moisture. And third, the egg would need to be rotated regularly. So very gently, be as careful as you can, poke the yolk without breaking it. And what you'll feel is the vitelline membrane. That's the membrane around the yolk. That helps keep all the yolk contained. The yolk is a part of the egg that contains protein, some fat, and vitamins and minerals. All right, here comes the messy part. You're going to use another bowl to catch the albumin, and you're going to pour the entire contents of the first bowl through your hand. Be sure you catch the yolk, but let the albumin pass through your fingers. Try very hard not to break the yolk. Then try letting the yolk roll back and forth between your palms. What does it feel like to you? I can feel the vitelline membrane around the outside of the yolk. Eventually, that membrane will get dry, and eventually it will break, and the yolk will break. Congratulations! You've just successfully dissected an egg. Now it's time to clean your work area. Make sure you dispose of the egg specimen and the paper and the trash can. Clean your bowls. Wash and dry and return any equipment you used. Wipe down the table, and especially wash your hands thoroughly with warm soapy water for 20 seconds or more. So let's think about what we experienced today. We have chickens on the farm. You've met some of our chickens. How do eggs help our chickens reproduce or make chicks? Are the eggs we have fragile or strong? What do you think? Why? What will you notice if you put an egg in a glass of water? And why does an egg have each of its parts? What does each part serve? What purpose? So we've provided some journal pages and a worksheet to follow along with the dissection, especially draw what you saw during your observation during our dissection today. Thanks so much for joining us at MSU Tollgate Farm.